Hey guys, welcome back to the English Gentleman Gamer with me, Roscoe. And we have another round on Killzone 3, this time on Lente Missile Base, playing, I think it's Warzone it's called, when you play all the different game modes. Now, I didn't start there. I have had to cut this video down quite a lot. It was 27 minutes long, it's now 14 minutes 21 seconds apparently. So I've had to cut out all the, obviously the lives that I had when I didn't do anything useful. So the editing is a little bit rough in place. I've tried to put some transitions in and stuff and keep all the best bits in. So there we go. I do get as well my first ever 12 kill streak on this game. I think it's the first ever I've done more than 5 or 6 to tell you the truth. This was recorded last night and it was fantastic, I'll be honest. It was only 6v6 and I think towards the end of the round a couple of their players left. There's certainly one of their team ended up with over 40 kills, which I thought was amazing, and it did get me a couple of times. Things that were some of the more annoying regular bad habits, if you want to call them that, on this game didn't really crop up that much. This did piss me off. I was shooting, and that guy still stood up, but did get him in the end with my M66 machine pistol, which if you're new to this game you should definitely make an effort to unlock as quickly as possible, because it's by far the best sidearm in my opinion. And that's the other thing I liked about the medic. I think it's cheating, to be honest, and it's a bit cheap. We all died there because you could hear the sirens going on, but I wanted to stick around and defend our search and destroy thing. Before that you missed us defending our guy on assassination. They actually did drop him towards the end, but there was a medic on hand who revived him, which was quite useful. This one I just kept firing and firing and firing. I knew there was someone who was going to follow me, and he just walked into it. And then his mate come up behind him, and they get shot in the head with my M66, which was great fun. And I get this guy just getting a nice little triple kill, and then he takes me down. But yeah, the medic being able to revive himself is a bit cheap, but the two things, I didn't get killed by many, what are they called now in this one? The guys who can cloak themselves anyway. No, not tacticians, whatever they're called, I forget. And I didn't get killed by many snipers. I got killed once by a sniper, and that was only after I'd been softened up by one of his teammates. Infiltrator is what I was thinking of. The guy who can cloak himself is one of your team. Those are the two things that take the shine off this game for me. The infiltrators, as well as obviously disguising themselves as your own team. This guy and his little bot thing took a proper pasting tonight. I think he gets me down there. I think I get up standing up now, because my bot's still knocking around, so I just got myself up, shook myself down a little bit. But that bot and the guy were quite, I think there was a bit of cheating going on there. Well, no, there wasn't really, but this that turret thing, that turret took a hell of a beating. Yeah, there weren't many people running that infiltrator class, and there weren't, which is obvious. You know what makes them stick out more for me is not the fact that when you're very close to them, when you're aiming at them, their name is red and green, as it, trying to give you a hint that it's actually the enemy. But also the fact they run like bloody Usain Bolt, I tell you. That's what gives it away more than anything when I'm playing this and it's a bit hectic. I think if I see someone running fast, then I'll just shoot them anyway. So if it's on my team, there we are, we win, search and destroy. If they're on my team, then I'm not going to hurt them. That's how I look at it. So I just get shot anyway. There's a couple of times I get shot on this, but it's not, there's no team kill on this, so I don't really mind. Someone's just chucked a grenade through there for us. I'm not sure if I get him or not. Yeah, there he is. This is a gun I don't use very much. I've not actually unlocked this gun, the STA LMG. That's one thing I do hate, being C4'd, or proximity mine rather. But nothing you can do about it. Well, there is. I should have been a bit more observant really, but there you go. This guy has just survived assassination, and I kill him just as the assassination ended, and I walked right into one of their indestructible defence bot things at their spawn area, so I had no chance there, I'm afraid. We're winning 2-1 by this point. I think it's search and retrieve thing, whatever it's called. There you go, it says it at the top. This guy was trying to sneak up on me. I managed to get him quite easily. I did very well on this. Recently I've had a lot of arse kickings on Killzone 3. I seem to play Team Deathmatch a bit more, or Guerrilla Warfare as it's called. And I seem to be running into clans quite a lot. I posted a video on my old channel, 77 Roscoe, where I think there was 3 or 4 lads from the same clan all on the opposing team, and they were very crafty. They were quite keen or quite adept at jumping onto parts of the map that I don't think Guerrilla intended them to use, and I ended up in getting my backside slapped quite badly. But anyway, last night was a lot of fun. and there was only 6v6. It does sadden me slightly that, I don't want to sleep over it obviously, but it does sadden me slightly that not enough people, or not more people, play Killzone 3. I know it's quite old, it's getting on for 18 months old now. I still think it looks great. It looks better than Battlefield 3. And obviously Guerrilla, who are owned by Sony, would obviously like to think would do a better job. I think this is where I get stabbed in the back here, or my neck broken or something. There, yeah, don't know where he came from, but he managed to get me with the old melee attack. Cheeky git. I have cut quite a lot out of this video, let's say. It took me ages to actually find this speaker. I get shot right in the face here from the trouble. Right in my face. Anyway, that's part and parcel of playing a first person shooter, I suppose. I do get my own back though eventually, and obviously I do the cheap trick of standing up, which is why, if you're shooting at someone who's not dead, if you will, especially if you can see the medic helmet, you definitely put more rounds into them. If I had £1 for every time I'd be able to stand being shot by someone and then turns around and runs off and doesn't realise I can make myself stand back up or revive myself, whatever you want to call it, and I shoot them in the back or melee them, well, I could probably take a week off work, which would be great. And the opposing team in this match, by the way, there was 2 or 3 of them who were pretty good, who I'd go as far to say were better than me. There was one of them, if you'll see the score at the end, one of their lads got a proper paste in. He was very negative numbers. There was one guy, I'm not sure if it's this guy here or one of his teammates though, he was really good at getting that STA LMG out, standing up some high ground and wiping out loads of us in one go. I've done a bit of a transition there to skip a bit. There we go, get that guy. Revive my teammate. I think I got quite a few revives in this match, to be honest, but I mean, it was 27. Yeah, that's him there again. High ground. I revived my teammate, who's just died now as well, so it's actually a bit pointless bringing him back. This is now moved on to them searching and destroying our bombs or whatever, sites, targets, whatever you want to call it. Not massively exciting, I'll be honest. It wasn't a complete melee like it was when it first came out. Like I say, even though it's now free for the multiplayer on the PS3, and I honestly can't see why anyone wouldn't want to play this. This guy was the only infiltrator they had, to be honest. And he was quite easy to spot after a while because he seemed to target me in particular for some reason. But yeah, not enough people play this, sadly. Like I say, it still looks fantastic. It plays very well. Technically, I've had very few issues with this game. I can count on the fingers on one hand how many times I've been disconnected from a match, whereas it seemed on occasions to be a daily or weekly occurrence on Battlefield 3. I like this Warzone. A variety of different little game types in each round. I think it's good. The maps, verge on some being really big, some being quite small, and altogether a good game. This is where I start my fantastic streak now. That guy, I don't know why he decided to come down the ladder to take me on when I'd already started shooting him. Here I'm disarming their bomb, waiting for any second to get shot in the back of the head, because you can't even turn around when you're doing it in this. At least when you're disarming an MCOM in Battlefield 3, you can actually move and shoot. I've not worked out how to do it in Killzone 3, so if you can do it, then someone can please tell me how to do it, because I've never managed it. Every time I try and move away, it stops me disarming it, unfortunately. There is a bit coming up now where they were just like stupid, really, and there's not really another word for it. They kept trying to get me from the same direction. Now, I'm sure I killed the same guy more than once on this bit, and yet they still kept trying. They kept cobbing grenades in, but not trying to get me from any different angle. I would, personally. There's one guy on my team I was trying to shoot there. I personally wouldn't have done what they did. They were like, lemmings, I suppose. This guy's coming up for this, definitely the same guy, trying to be a smart ass and shoot with a rocket, but he gets his comeuppance. He did actually earlier in the round get me with his rocket, so I was quite satisfied to dodge his rocket there and take him out. I fluked this one. I chucked my grenade there, and he runs into it. It wasn't intentional, but he walked into it anyway. It was quite satisfying nonetheless. But they keep coming from this side. Now I know why they come this way, because you can run straight from their spawn underground, and in theory get here without anyone noticing, but me and my LMG were in the way last night, and we did pretty well. I don't think I even get shot at all when I'm defending this. I'm already on I've already gone on past 5,500 points, and I wasn't playing out the skin, but I was having a good game last night. There you go, same guy, blow his head off. And they kept trying.
10 seconds.
I would have tried something different myself. I'd have probably tried sneaking back and pulling up the little exhaust pipe to my right as it is now. That's what I would have tried personally. I decided to I know one of the rare occasions I didn't go for the objective here. I didn't try and go and disarm that other one. I thought I'll stick around. Oh, I thought I was going to try and stick around. Oh, we must have won it by now. Must have edited my footage a bit there. And to be honest, that's about all the excitement done and dusted, to tell you the truth. I kept this bit in because I'm still on my streak here. I've not finished my kill streak yet. But there's not much more happens, to tell you the truth. We're on body count at the moment. I get that guy quite easily. I'm not sure what I was shooting at there. There's a sniper knocking around who does eventually end my streak for me. There's a bot there that I never seem to be able to blow up. Like, I think it might have been one of the indestructible spawn area defensive things. But I'm still on my streak. I'm still third on my team, which isn't any great shakes when there's only 6 of you, to be honest. And I can't really remember what happens now. We're on body count. Oh, I do. This is where I started thinking to myself that some of them have gone, because there seems to be less of them knocking around by this point. And there wasn't really much going on. Certainly didn't seem to. I mean, I did a lot running around, and there didn't seem too many people to shoot at, to tell you the truth. I did seem to concentrate all the action to my left, sort of up in that observation platform thing, for some reason. I don't know why I like those missile lids coming up. I just think it's quite good that the Guerrilla have put in a bit of animation into the backgrounds, sorry, into the maps. Something that, you know, not much happens. Certainly Call of Duty don't do that sort of thing. But anyway, I think I find one of them here. The other thing, the good thing about the Medi-Droid is it starts shooting at things that you can't necessarily see. But sometimes a lot of the times it helps you out. It's not very good for sneaking around, because if you're trying to get past a lot of enemies and your Medi-Droid's going off, then it kind of gives the game away, really. Anyway, I get a kill streak of 10 now, first I've ever managed on Killzone 3. I think I got a couple more before I get snuffed out. But as you can see, this is one of the more, allegedly more exciting bits, and there's not really much going on. There was bits back on the capture and hold bit was good. There was a lot seemed to be quite a good battle for there's a flag that comes up just behind me now. That was quite intense. I think I get another one quite easily here, from memory. Yeah, that guy there. And I think I get softened up in a minute, and the sniper takes me out. And that probably is about it, really, to be honest. We're on 13 minutes now, and this is towards the end of the match, but like I say, I've edited out large chunks of it, because I actually died, looking at the score, I died a lot more than I thought I had. I think I died something like 29 times. I did end up, I was umming and ahhing about reviving this guy. I thought it's a bit close to their spawn area, really. But I stayed back, kept my rifle up, and I got away with it in the end, and I managed to tag that sniper guy. He wasn't very good in Mr. Hill, XKB Mr. Hill, whatever he was called. He wasn't particularly good. That bot killed me. I was wondering what bot killed me earlier. It was that one there, one of the indestructible ones. If you've not played this game before or you're unfamiliar with it, certain maps, I don't know if this is for a fact on all of them, but certain maps have, to combat spawn camping, which was a problem occasionally. I got softened up with that grenade and the sniper got me in the end. And I cut it right to the end. And one thing they did introduce on Killzone 3 were these indestructible bots to protect your spawn areas. They did have bots in the spawn areas in Killzone 2, but they could be destroyed, which led to a lot of spawn camping, unfortunately. And I think this is about the best score I've ever managed without it being double or triple XP weekends. And well over 10,000. I think I might even touch 11,000 by the time I get there. But as you can see, I got quite a few match bonuses, and I got most of the ribbons. The only one I've never managed to get is the one for meleeing people. I've never done that one. What do I get in the end? 37 and 29. But look on the other team, one guy got 5 and 28. And that's it, guys. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'm not sure what's going to be up next. I'm going to try and get World at War on the Wii, either tonight or tomorrow. But until then, guys, take it easy, and I'll catch up with you soon. Thanks for listening. Bye.